It's Monday, the 20th of June 2022. Today's top news headlines. Japan court upholds same-sex marriage ban. Ukraine's top opposition party banned. What EU blockade means for Russia's Kaliningrad. World faces shortages of popular food products, Bloomberg says. Boris Johnson hospitalized for surgery. Ukraine reports plummeting grain exports. 2 killed, 28 wounded in Nangarhar explosion. 50 teachers, employees dismissed over absenteeism in Nuristan. War team assures Hindus, Sikhs of full security. Afghan-Australian woman wins Australia Senate seat. Nangarhar Canal Department revenue jumps 20%. Paktia, help us rebuild homes, newly returning families urge government. Be more humane to Afghan refugees, Kabul urges Tehran. 60,000 tourists visit Bamiyan in last 3 months. Girl harassment. Gore youth gets 29 lashes. 900 addiction vulnerable families distributed cash assistance. Iran hangs Merdadi accused of killing Iranian scholars. Ma calls back Hajj cyclists to send them by air. Kabul moms share awful stories on Mother's Day. Belgium hands over stolen tooth to family of DRC independence hero. Julian Assange case reflects US, UK hypocrisy on press freedom, China says. What's next for Macron after losing his parliamentary majority? Millions in India and Bangladesh wait for relief after deadly flooding. Macron scrambles to salvage power after losing parliamentary majority. Israel building US-sponsored, Middle East Air Defense Alliance. Oscar-winning director Paul Haggis put under house arrest in Italy. EU nations push for a 7th round of sanctions on Russia. Don't drink coffee and shop, researchers warn. Ukraine hits oil drilling platforms in Crimea, fires reported. Over a dozen regime soldiers killed in Syria's Raqqa attack. Turkey hosts 11.3 foreign tourists in first 5 months of this year. Libya's rivals fail to reach deal in election negotiations, UN says. Teenager shot dead, police officer among wounded in Washington, D.C. shooting. Turkish police arrest Daesh terror suspects wanted by Interpol. Immigration issue cannot be resolved unless root causes addressed, Erdogan says. Erdogan added that some countries were using the few hundred refugees they have accepted as advertising material. He criticized these countries for taking no responsibility in the face of the deepening humanitarian crises. Russian journalist Dmitry Muratov sells Nobel Prize for Ukrainian children. Biden says decision on gas tax holiday may come this week. Israeli government dissolves parliament, calls new elections. Sweltering streets. Hundreds of homeless die in extreme heat. Hundreds of blue, green and gray tents are pitched under the sun's searing rays in downtown Phoenix, a jumble of flimsy canvas and plastic along dusty sidewalks. Here, in the hottest big city in America, thousands of homeless people swelter as the summer's triple-digit temperatures arrive. The stifling tent city has ballooned amid pandemic-era evictions and surging rents that have dumped hundreds more people onto the sizzling streets that grow eerily quiet when temperatures peak in the mid-afternoon. A heat wave earlier this month brought temperatures of up to 114 degrees (45.5 Celsius), and it's only June. Highs reached 118 degrees (47.7 Celsius) last year. During the summer, it's pretty hard to find a place at night that's cool enough to sleep without the police running you off, said Chris Medlock, a homeless Phoenix man known on the streets as T-Bone, who carries everything he owns in a small backpack and often beds down in a park or a nearby desert preserve to avoid the crowds. New York Times says Israeli forces, most likely, shot Shireen Abu Akleh. Canada announces ban on single-use plastics in historic step. Taliban release 5 UK citizens held in Afghanistan. Russia-Ukraine war, day 116. List of key events are below. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky visited frontline troops again, including near Severodonetsk, praising soldiers holding forward positions as brave and hard-working. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces says they have suffered a military setback in Metolkin, to the southeast of Severodonetsk. 3 Russian missiles destroyed a fuel storage depot in the eastern town of Novomoskovsk, said the head of the regional administration. Russia is sending a large number of reserve troops to Severodonetsk from other battle zones to try to gain full control of the eastern city, which they control most of, said Luhansk Governor Serhiy Haidai. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has warned that the war in Ukraine could last years as he called for state-of-the-art weaponry for Ukrainian troops. 2 commanders who defended the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol have been transferred to Russia for investigation, Russia's state news agency TASS reported. Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Directorate said 5 Ukrainian civilians had been returned in a swap for 5 Russian prisoners. It did not say whether the Russians were combatants. British Prime Minister Johnson warned of a need to prepare for a long war, which meant ensuring Ukraine receives weapons, equipment, ammunition and training more rapidly than the invader. BP remains Rosneft's biggest private shareholder despite having announced its departure in February, said Igor Sekhin, head of the Russian oil major. BP could not be reached for comment. Russia's 2022 coal production could fall 17% to 365.1 million tons and exports could decrease 30% to 156 million tons, Russian news agency Interfax reported, citing the energy ministry.